To the President of the United States, we implore you to look into this matter.
Yes.
There comes a time that the Commander-in-Chief of a nation, that his word must matter.
Yes.
Say what you want, have whatever opinion you want to have. Last I checked, that when the President signed something, as the President did here, they disregarded his order. The First Step Act. These men should have walked out this institution 5 months ago. To President Trump, his supporters, to all those that believe in the action and the steps of this president in regards to the First Step Act. I asked President Trump to look into this matter. I ask you to look into the matter for one very serious issue. They disregarded your order, Mr. President. They didn't take your pen signing of the First Step Act seriously. I asked the President to take a look. I asked the President to investigate. I asked the President to do what needs to be done. President Trump. President Trump. President Trump. President Trump. President Trump. President Trump. First Step Act. First Step Act. First Step Act. First Step Act. Take a look. Give it up to President Trump. This is Kendrick Barnes, our brother, who saw firsthand. I'm gonna let him speak for himself. Walked out of this prison and saw a lot. And Kendrick, you were aware of Michael Anderson. Year and a half left on his sentence. Excited about going home. Tell the folks on Facebook what this is about. This person.
What you first have to understand is being inside a prison camp is like a small town. You know everybody. So there was a lot of people during the time when Michael Anderson was before he was sent to the hole and during the hole that knew this man personally. We knew that he had moved his family from Wyoming to live in Florence, Colorado so that he might be near them and have visits every weekend. That's not a person who's contemplating suicide. Right. We saw the MO of how they took Michael Anderson without giving him opportunity to defend any charges they gave him. They gave him bogus charges. Now I want you to understand this is a method that they do here. He got bogus charges. Before you are sent to any sort of disciplinary action to the SHU, which we call the hole, you're given what they call a DHO hearing, which you get an opportunity to see the charges against you and to write your own dispute to what happened, and that review board determines what sort of punishment you get. He didn't get that opportunity. He went straight to the hole. Now they say committed suicide, but isn't it kind of coincidental that a man in a minimum security prison, no violent history, with a year and a half to go, and his family just moved into town, decides, I'm going to commit suicide. Right. And oh, by the way, he wasn't supposed to be in a cell alone. So how is he the only witness to his own death? Right. Shall I say murder? Right. Now we see that same method given to David Banks. Right. You isolate him. We all came in around the same time. We should be leaving around the same time. Right. But you're trickling us out one at a time to keep him by himself. Yes. Oh, by the way, he also gets trumped up charges. He also doesn't get a DHO hearing to say, hey, let me see the charges against me. The charges they allege he have still didn't qualify that he goes to any sort of SHU. But you isolate him, no contact from his family, no contact from email or phone, and you put him in the SHU. Now you say we have a concern that he may be killed. That's a real concern. Michael Anderson went to the hole and came back dead.
That's right.
That's a real, I was here. I was in this facility. Everyone in the facility that was an inmate here talked about how there was no way this man was suicidal.
That's right.
A year and a half, you're ready to go home. This man was happy. I sat next to him in the visiting room as this man is smiling and happy, sharing a time with his wife. And you telling me all of a sudden he goes to the hole, he can't take it no more, he kills himself. No, he was murdered in my opinion. This man was murdered. This is a real happening here. David Banks very well can come out of here in a body bag if
right.
someone doesn't do something. That's why we're out here today.
That's right.
You're not going to bury this man behind some wall with some secrecy and say, "Hey, he committed suicide." Well, where's the witnesses? Oh, we had him in the hole. Oh, by the way, was he in there with another cellie? I guarantee it would have been nobody else but him, and it would have been a convenient way to end this man's life.
That's right.
That's why this place needs to be exposed.
Yes.
It is corrupt.
Yes.
It is a place. None of these people gave up their citizenship when they went to this prison.
Right.
They are protected with the Constitution from abuse and basically unjust punishment. That's why we're asking you guys to get out on Facebook,
Yes.
share this.
Yes.
This is going on not just here, but in Prison City everywhere. But we're just highlighting that today his life, David Banks, is in real jeopardy.
That's
It's in real jeopardy.
Yeah.
Thank you. Give it up for Kendrick. Tiffany Stewart will have some words about this injustice that not only happened to David Banks, but happened to your father who saw this. Tell the listeners what you need to tell them.
Like you said, my father was definitely a part of this injustice as well. The IRP5, we're all like family. So David Banks, I take him to be my uncle, right? Because we're all in this together. And the only reason why they are doing this to him is because he is an educated black man who knows his rights. He knows what they are doing to him is wrong. He knows the law. He will look it up himself, and they never been to law school. And the only reason why they do this is because he calls them out on their crap. And Michelle Bond, I don't care what you say. These men have been the talk of this camp ever since they got here. So you talking about you don't know what's going on? You're full of crap. You have the right to stand up for what's right, even if you're not a part of doing wrong. The fact that you don't do right means that you're a part of the wrong. I don't care what you say. Michelle Bond, you could get him out of here if you really wanted to.